Okay guys, I'm back. And today, let's define what it is to become the world's greatest guitarist of all time. Because it's not enough to just say you want to be the world's greatest guitarist of all time. You actually have to define it. Define the goal, because in the clarity of it, you actually know where you're going, where you want to go, and you can actually make adjustments on the way. And so the very first thing you need to do is define and clarify the goal itself. And what it means to you personally is what the goal is. And so I've written down the exact goals I want to achieve when it comes to becoming the world's greatest guitarist. The greatest virtuoso on the planet, and this is what I want to achieve when it comes to pursuing this goal, and I'm going to show them to you right now. The very first thing is own sound, own style. You know it's them. You know it's them. When you listen to the radio, you hear Cliffs of Dover by Eric Johnson. You know exactly. You're like, that is Eric Johnson. Beautiful tone. When you hear Eddie Van Halen's song, you know it's Eddie. When you hear Steve Vai playing, you know it's Steve. They have a very distinctive tone to their playing. That's because they've spent years and years, decades playing guitar, practicing, coming up with their own type of style and amalgamation of styles and creating something very distinctive, like a thumbprint, but only on their instrument. And that's exactly what I want to do on guitar. That's what got me going with guitar. I was like, you know, I want to make my own sound. I want it to be distinctive. And I like to go the Picasso route. Picasso said the best artists steal. And by that he means he's stealing from a ton of people and then creating your own style out of it. And that is very Tarantino-esque as well. If you ever watch any of his movies, you could tell there's a big hodgepodge of influences, but they all come together into his own style where people are like, that's a Tarantino flick now. And I feel the same way about guitar, and having your own style is a big one. Number two, here we go, number 2, 1 million subs. Okay, this seems, my brain, like a lot of these goals just seem unfathomable. Unfathomable. I should learn how to talk as well on here. Unfathomable. I used to be able to say that until braces. Anyway, it seems crazy to me. But the thing is, having a crazy goal pushes you really, really hard. And looking forward to 1 million subs, it's really going to push me extremely hard when it comes to working on YouTube, working on marketing, and making things happen. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm not the best at marketing. I think it's a very, it's a non-inherent thing when it comes to artists to actually be good at marketing, because it takes a very specific type of brain to actually market yourself. And the goal of 1 million subs is just so high that it's going to push me to make things happen and make me do things that I would normally never do in order to get there. And it's just a nice propeller when it comes to marketing in general. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for real growth here. I want to have these big goals and to push myself, and that's what the juice of life is for me, pushing myself into something higher than what I can do. And I just find some sick pleasure in it for some reason. I don't know, I'm a bit of a masochist like that. Anyway, next one is Guthrie Govan standard of improv, ballpark. I mean ballpark by, you're in the ballpark of the way Guthrie Govan can improv. If you ever watch this guy play guitar just off of the top of his head, you will know he is just a god purely by watching 5 seconds of him play. You're just like, this guy is mind-boggling good. And there's no doubt in my mind that Guthrie Govan is the absolute best at improvisation. There are a ton of other guitar gods that have blown my mind as well when it comes to improv. Steve Vai, Zach Wild, all these guys are so freaking good at improv. That's where I want to get. Improv to me is it is the king of guitar. It is the king of mastering an instrument. If you can improv, oh crap. Okay, the camera just went out, but we're gonna continue on. Anyway, Guthrie Govan's style of improv, he is the best, and improv is the best when it comes to mastering an instrument, and that's where I want to be. I want to be the best at improvisation and just get as good as freaking possible at it, because that's where all of the creation happens, in improv. You can build any song, you can just join any song, you can play any song when you know how to improvise really, really well. And anyway, next part, write killer songs. A lot of people get so into the technique of guitar. I'm no different, but when it comes to writing songs, you want to write songs that emote, like songs that really connect with people. I like to think of Joe Satriani. He writes songs that are very melodic and beautiful. When I listen to them, I can feel the emotions within me. I'm like, this guy can do it. This guy can really reach in there and make you feel something. And that's what a great song is to me, a song that just makes you feel. And I think the only way to get good at writing songs is to just write a ton of songs and to study the masters at what writing songs is. And it's just a constant work in progress. So it's hard to say that is a cement goal, but just making each song you do better and better is a huge system of processes that I think will get me where I want to be when it comes to becoming the world's greatest guitarist. Anyway, the next one is engage in passionate community about guitar. This is one of the most important things. It's because you can have all the numbers in the world, you can have all the subscribers in the world, all the likes, all of that crap, but if you don't have people that are engaged and passionate as you are about guitar, it can feel very disheartening. It's like the reason for this is not only the process of getting to the goal, but to touch others. Well, it sounds kind of weird, but to really connect with other people and inspire other people. That is a huge chunk. That is a huge chunk of why I even want to do this. Even if I had 10 subscribers, but I had people that would come back and be like, oh, this was cool, or even people that hated me, like just people interacting, having people passionate and engaged about what you're doing is such a huge thing for me. That's one. It feels so good when I see somebody that regularly stops on my channel and they have something to offer, and that's something I want to build. I want to build a community. I want to build a community where you have people building relationships with each other and inspiring each other and just being passionate about guitar and just being really just into the music and really just, I don't know, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, guys. But that's what I want. I want people to be inspired. I want people to be passionate and just so into guitar music that they can inspire other people, and we can all hold hands and sing Kumbaya and do all of that stuff, because that's just inside me. That's what I want. Anyway, lastly, we can play lead, rhythm, clean, exceptionally well. There are so many guitarists out there, including myself, who just major in one activity and they get extremely good at one thing, but they're not super well-rounded, which is not the worst thing possible. When I listen to a lead guitarist, I want to listen to the best lead guitarist in the world, but I think just in general, my heroes have always been pretty good at everything except pretty good at everything in the ballpark. And I want to get around that as well. I think lead is my strongest suit because I spend so much time on it, but I still need to learn a lot when it comes to lead. And rhythm and clean playing especially, I'm trying to work more diligently at it, and I really want to play clean way better, and I think I'm getting there with my practice. But yeah, being more well-rounded is a huge thing, and being good at all three of these things, even though there's more things to guitar than just these three. But being able to communicate what you want to communicate on guitar, having your own sound, and really just connecting with others, either on a musical level or just talking like this and inspiring. That's what I want. That's what I want in life. And I think by reaching all of these goals and just by clarifying these things, this is what I want. This is what I can aspire to. I can actually create a plan and get to where I'm going, and that's what I want to do. That is my mission in life. As I said before, it's not about reaching the goal. It's about pursuing the goal and feeling that juice, feeling alive because you can pursue this goal. And that is what gets me going in the morning. And that's why I will become the world's greatest guitarist. And that's all I got to say about that. So thank you so much, and I will see you on the next video. Leave a comment below. What is your mission in life? What do you want to do? And I will see you next time.